Good morning. Welcome back to another episode. Oh, tired. Slept good last night, but my body is tired this morning. As most of y'all have probably seen, if you watch this channel, you probably do watch the main one. But got myself a mug of coffee. I'm struggling a little this morning. Like I said, slept in a little bit later than I normally do. It was about 6 o'clock when I rolled out of bed. Typically it's 4:30ish, maybe 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. But I just saw in the video. I need more coffee. I was working in here, obviously, in my bedroom. Uh, I did my damnedest, my best to get this thing as far along as I can, and with my resources that I had. But I don't know. There was some comments. It was funny. One of them said I needed to learn how to use the machine. Uh, I was struggling trying to get the sheetrock on the sheetrock lift because this room is so freaking small. It's the I had it. Well, let me just show you real quick. I turned this way. It was getting stuck on this wall right here, and then the wall right there where the light switch is, and I couldn't move it, so I was getting stuck underneath it like this with my neck all like jacked up, and pretty sure that's part of the reason why I'm a little stiff this morning, and then my hips are hurting a little bit. But what are you gonna do? Uh, there is dust everywhere on everything. You could see fingerprints up there when I was hanging the curtains back up. I'm not going to keep those curtains. Just bought them just for the construction zone to cover the light and stuff at night for now. But I'm going to end up getting the real thick blinds. Pardon me, said Hillary. But anyways, those are just temporary. But I had another comment asking where I'm going to sleep at. Uh, Slept in my bed last night. I just moved everything back to where it needs to be. A lot of the times when I move stuff, it's just temporary for the video. Let me lower this a little. It was temporary. You're just moving stuff as you're working, and then you either move it back after or you deal with it later on. And as tired as I was, I wanted to be able to stretch out and sleep. There's times I sleep on my couch, but it's just a little love seat, so I was going to say my feet hang over, but well, I don't even need to get in that one. My foot hangs over. But it's a little cooler out there because I have the AC that's going in the living room area. Once again, I do have two different AC units. I just have one inside Dad's shop. I could put it in the window over here. I just don't like the way it looks sticking out the side of the house. I thought about possibly putting it in the bathroom window, which if I turn all this way, you can see directly straight to it. Somewhere in there. It would blow this direction, but to be honest, last night I actually got cold and I just used this little tiny fan here, a little camping fan, and I got the chills. So I just have like a light blanket, just this little light blanket that I was using, and I slept pretty dang good. I think the main reason was just because I was tired, but I don't know, the bed fits in there pretty good. If I could redesign my bedroom, I would probably have made the bedroom just a little bit further into the living room, give me maybe one more foot. Then it would give me a little bit more room to put my bed if I wanted to put it this way instead of this way that like it is. I got my TV right here on this wall, my feature wall. I tried the bed out running like if I was laying down looking directly at the TV, but it just messes up the flow of my room, and it gives me maybe a 2 foot stretch. There's that drywall. It gives me a 2 foot stretch between the bed and the closet, which is not very much room to move around. And then basically the same thing at the foot of the bed where the TV would be. So I just jam it in the back corner over here, and it gives me, I don't know, maybe 4 foot or so around the bed on every side, except for obviously the two walls over there. So just these two sides. I shouldn't have said every side. But this is my best layout that I could think of. And then where this little, I don't know, little drawer is, I'm going to end up getting a real nightstand or make one or something and then somewhere I can mount a little fan and a lamp or something. Saw another comment asking why I don't have a ceiling fan in the bedroom. I opted out because honestly, it's only 8-foot ceilings, and I felt if I got a fan, it would just hang down too much. And realistically, this house is so small. When I get the mini split system in here and we vent it out to each bedroom, it'll keep this place ice cold. So being hot in this house when I have that mini split system is really not an issue with me. Being that it is getting ready to be the hottest part of the year, which down here in South Texas, it's 100 plus at the hottest part of the year. I don't know, the heat index was like 108 the other day, and it was cold in here. You walk inside and it feels great. Now, don't get me wrong, when I'm up in the attic right now working or doing the ceiling and stuff, it does get a little warm, but it's just because I don't have AC in every single room yet. So I try to use some fans to blow in some of the cooler air while I'm working in here to an extent, because one, it's dusty in here when you're working with sheetrock, and I don't want that dust just blowing everywhere. It's already bad enough. And then two, if I'm trying to talk or do anything else, all you hear is a fan in the background, and I don't know. I don't like hearing that noise whenever I'm editing the video. It kind of drives me nuts. Same thing with the wind noise. If I'm watching a video and all there is just a whole bunch of wind in the background, it kind of turns me off from the video. And I've been guilty of that, and I corrected that on my channel. So I got myself a DJI microphone, wireless one. I tested it out yesterday. I put my camera on my chest mount and rode around just testing it in Rivera, and I was going 25 miles an hour, which is pretty quick for an e-bike, and the audio was pretty good. You can still hear just a tad bit of wind noise, but then again, I'm going 25 miles an hour with open wind blowing right at it, and it knocked out most of it, which was absolutely crazy to me. The microphone was like $100, a little DJI. I think it's the DJI Mic 2, I believe is what it is. Got it on Amazon for $99, and I can hook it up to my phone if I want, or to my other camera. So it worked out great, and I can use that on future videos, especially if I'm going out fishing, or let's say we're out at the ranch riding around and there's wind. It'll cut all that stuff out. So I don't know. I'm skipping all over the place, but who cares? That's what I always do on these videos. Like I said, I work my hardest in this room, and that's the best I can do. So the best I can do is all I'm going to do. And like I said, there's people who do it better and quicker and are professionals at it, and good for them. Good for them. I'm not one of them, and I get asked all the time in videos, why don't you just pay somebody to do it? I guess people think just because you're on YouTube, you make a buttload of money, and that's just not the case. Some people do, some people don't. I make enough to survive and be able to pay certain things. I have to use credit on some stuff. I'm a regular ass person. I'm not one of these YouTubers that can just go out and buy vehicles and stuff all the time and then wreck them. I know a lot of YouTubers that do that, and I don't know, I can't afford to pay somebody to come in here and work. If I could, I would do it and not have to struggle myself doing it. I guess those people think that I enjoy hurting my body and doing everything myself. And there's to an extent, there is a little bit of I guess gratitude on, I guess that's the word, maybe not, I don't know, I don't really care, knowing that I did it myself, or had Dad and I doing this stuff. That it does feel good knowing that we did it. But like I said, if there's some things, if I could throw down several $1,000s to get a crew to come in here and tape and float the whole house, I may do it. But right now it's just not in the works. When you're building the house and you're trying to pay as you go, the majority of my check is gone. I don't know if people understand that or not. Plus I got normal bills like everybody else, and truck payments aren't cheap. Insurance isn't cheap. I'm cheap overall for the most part, but I don't know. There's some things I don't mind spending money on, and a lot of things I'm very frugal with. I don't go out to the bars. I don't go do that kind of stuff, party all the time, waste money like that. Uh, but I like to have my truck. It's the lowest end Ford Ranger that you could get, which trucks are still expensive, but it was a used one when I bought it. So there's that. It's already halfway paid off, so that's good. Um, but I'm not going to go out and just blow my money on all sorts of stuff. That TV I got was the very low end one. It was $300 for that one. Uh, for the same size TV, 65-inch, you could spend upwards of a couple of $1,000s, and I've spent $300 at Walmart. So no shame in my game being a cheap ass. I get it from mom and dad, mainly mom. Mom's very frugal. My Paul was very frugal as well, so that's maybe we got it from him too. So who knows? But anyways, those are just some of the comments I read. A lot of great comments saying everything looks great, and that I was working hard, take it easy, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys for commenting all that stuff. And realistically, I think mom and dad probably look at the comments more than I do. I skim through them from time to time, see if there's anything good in there. I don't comment back to people on there just because in the past, I would, and then people get mad if you comment to Joe Smith, but you don't comment back to them. I do know some channels that will comment back to everybody, but that's just not in my books. It's too much. When you're getting several hundred comments on a video, it would take all evening to sit there and try to respond back to everybody. And most people understand it. Some people still want their comment to be read and responded to, but my hat's off to those YouTubers who do that. That Outdoors Unsupervised channel that I was talking about on the last video, he actually goes in and responds to every single comment, and my hat's off to him, even though it's not, once again. And thanks to the viewers who went over there and commented. I went back and looked on the latest video. His last one was in Texas, in Kerrville, out at some campground out there, which he calls it Kerrville or something like that. He said it wrong, but oh well. But I saw there were some comments in there saying, hey, South Texas Roots sent me over, and I saw that he was responding saying thank you on them. So appreciate you guys for going over there and supporting people. He is a competitive eater once again, and I think he said he's 49, and he's trying to get out of the competitive eating for his health, obviously. When you, I don't know, just pack away the food like that, it's probably not the best for your body, and he enjoys being outdoors, doing that kind of stuff, and I don't know, just trying to support somebody that I feel like is a nice person, and he obviously works hard on his videos to get them out and doing all the editing and all that good stuff. So if we can spread the love and go over there and subscribe to it, Outdoors Unsupervised. Try not to, I don't know, send people over to too many different channels on YouTube, because sometimes it'll come back and bite you in the ass, which has happened in the past. But I don't know. I'm done talking. I'm still trying to wake up. Like I said, it's a little bit later today. I think it's probably about, I don't know, almost 7 o'clock now. So anyways, I'm going to finish my first mug of coffee and get my day started. I may or may not work today. I might either do yard work or may try to come in here and try to finish up the little bit of ceiling left in here and the little bit of walls left. And then this room will be finished and I can live a little bit more comfortable. I must say, it looks so much different in here, waking up and looking up and not seeing rafters and plywood and insulation and seeing drywall. It's a good feeling. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye, guys.